Windflowers.
Oh yeah, I should totally change the
Water
timer.
the one.
Not
Oh, you're
not
trying
just
to
that, but
yeah.
change the time of my game.
I don't know how often flowering one or watering one would flower it, whatever. But I know any other rare flower I have, or any breaded flower, if I may also some more of their own. Not always, but yeah.
If you want to clone, it's actually much easier to clone than it is to breed.
Yeah.
They're all right.
I am trying to, because apparently the chart I've been using to try and make my, or when I was doing the breeding, no longer is sufficient because apparently at one point you can buy hybrids, or you can dig up
Oh,
hybrids
for the
on islands.
hybrid. Yeah, I think that was right after we started.
Yeah, and so a lot of the charts that I keep finding are based off of that and requiring you to get the hybrids from there. But since that's not a choice, I'm
Yeah.
like trying to find people who have a list. So most of them say gather pink windflowers and blue windflowers, and I was like, I got both.
Yes.
I had a pink and blue create another. I don't know if that one's more potent, but I kept it in the crowd. I made it a checker pattern.
The
Like
checker pattern I heard is outdated.
So it's just next to each other still works.
Next to each other, and then for some reason, if it's just the two flowers that you're trying to get mate by themselves, that works better.
Okay, so I'll just put the pink and blue into somewhere else.
Alright.
With your watering can, wait until the next day. The steps sound so simple. And I know this percentage is like 6% chance.
Yeah.
But they've been also.
And then after that, you have to get it.
Reds.
You have to do that to get a red, and then like I have a red, but then I think it was from two pinks, so I don't know if that's the red.
Several reds, like 4 reds, 2 whites, and an orange pattern.
I have a white, but I think it's the need. Hybrid red is the
mix it with.
I think it's the hybrid red and the hybrid red together makes the purple windflower.
Oh, okay. Try it.
Okay.
So this plot of land in front of my house I have what I want to do with yet has been my breeding.
I am so tired. I can't even notification. Oh, where's the time system? All right. It's been so long since.
No, that's not what I want.
I have pinks and just a handful of blues. It feels like those dating ads you see on. Like,
yeah.
There's so many like hot and it's women. It's like hot and like where are the guys at? You know, not that I'm single, but just.
It's definitely a question. Like why? It's always when I'm gardening.
Yeah, that's also one of the reasons why I just cover the entire place with flowers, because then your gifts get swallowed up. And I know I'm to the point where I don't need to be hitting the balloons. But
yeah, it's more like I only really want the furniture ones. So I like hopefully get something new.
Yeah, money one, I'm sure ones aren't bad. So I ordered a longer auxiliary cable from Amazon. It's Amazon Basics brand, so hopefully that's soon, and then I can maybe the white noise is just gonna be a little. I know it's not gonna be completely just gone, but that'd be nice. My dream that I woke up from was that like I was back in high school and it was like the last marching band competition, and just like scramble all of that, and then there was a bomb threat in the stadium, because of course, why not? And then so the bus drivers were like super quick, got everyone, and then we went to a different stadium.
I had a really weird, like almost apocalyptic-ish dream too. Like just disaster setting. Because it started with me and Helica. I don't remember how it all began, but I do remember like touring a factory or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if we're working there or that it's just that's where we are. But I remember we went there several times and we eventually had to leave. Let us leave because an alarm went off, like near a port or something, and terrorists were attacking the port. And these were people that were asking to come in the day before. I remember that, but we wouldn't let them. And apparently, people were joking and saying they're sending angry monkeys at us, and everyone's laughing and stuff. It's like everyone wasn't taking it seriously, basically. That people were attacking us, so we were all locked in.
Hey, Ririchu. Yeah, I'll check my turnip prices. Give us a second.
I'll check mine too. But yeah,
what that catches a fly. I know it's money.
It's money at this point. I'm gonna get mine too.
Okay.
But yeah, the factory was on lockdown, that we couldn't leave, and so on and so forth. And we were there with this lady and her mother, and the mother was usually spouting some kind of story of like conspiracy theory stuff.
Jeez.
And the daughter was usually nonchalant, like she didn't care. But
well,
we
she's
were there
probably
for a
been
while.
hearing it all her life.
Yeah, but like we kind of, I never really ignored her. Like I'd listen to her kind of thing, but I never remember what she was saying. It was like a dream kind of thing. But sometimes passed. It was nighttime, and you can kind of see the port in the distance. And all I remember hearing is everyone. They were like, close the window shutters and stuff like that because something bad was happening. And then all we heard was like explosions and shit. Like we were being under attack. And we decided, I don't remember why or if we could call our parents, but I think we did. And we were like telling them we're okay, we're in shelter and so on and so forth. But eventually, the old lady was just sleeping the whole time. And like it was kind of, wouldn't think anything of it. And later on they wake us up and they're like, it looks like it's subsided, we're allowed to go home. I need everyone to kind of gather around and line up and stuff and such. And I'm getting my stuff together because we had our stuff scattered everywhere, we've been there for a while. And I wake up the old lady, and she like kind of startled, and she was like, she put me to sleep, didn't she? Put me to sleep. She wouldn't let me tell you guys you're in danger and this and that, and like it's finally so on and so forth. And we're like, what is she talking about? And her daughter comes by and just kind of picks her up and tells her we have to go, and they start rushing us out. Like it starts getting a little aggressive, and we're like, oh, okay, like weren't here for mine. Good luck.
It's 98. So
sorry about that, Ribichu. But the we start getting towards. So we start getting to the factory, which is kind of like, I don't know what this factory was, but the front end looked a little more professional.
Okay.
Like glass walls and all that, and you can kind of almost hotel-like, but you can see outside in all blue, and had like all these clothing that were also all blue, and they started telling me and Angelica and all the women to stand on one side and line up, and all the men on the other. Like we were separate, and we were to go pick up a blue outfit.
Okay.
And I was like, oh no, it happened. And I was like, where's Sarah's Gilead or whatever? It's basically it was Handmaid's Tale. And they're like, yeah, they won or whatever. And I was like, and we're like, because like we've seen the Handmaid's Tale in this world that exists, kind of thing, in the way that it is. And like we're like, holy shit, and the haywire because this is what she was talking about or whatever. And
my bad.
What's
Mom,
funny
my bad.
is in reality, if the world became like Gilead, we wouldn't be given blue outfits, we'd be given gray.
Yes.
Commoners. We're not part of the royalty or political parties. And then, but anyway, going along with the dream, we're all given our outfits, and every woman in that area, even the people handing out the outfits, are like in tears and flustered, and obviously we're the ones on the shit end of the stick right now.
Yes.
And we're walking home, and they told us we have to go home, which is weird. I think they would actually escort us, but to freak out. And then Helica's kind of walking on her own. Everyone's kind of to themselves because they're freaking out. And I remember seeing people, like from cosplayer, he was looking for his wife, like he was running down the street,
Okay.
kind of thing, trying to get some kind of control over this city.
It happens, you know.
Yeah.
Apocalypse.
Mm-hmm. So eventually going down the street and different type of stuff, and they start blaming each other, like more humble women are the sluttier chicks and stuff, for this is why the way it is, and I was like, it was just trying to stop them from being, like, eating each other alive. And I remember thinking as I was walking home, I was like, Diego, we gotta get married quick, because I don't want us to get separated, like, kind of thing. Because they're gonna try and give me somebody else, or I don't know. It's like, actually, if I'm put in a commoner family, they don't actually care. It's, as long as you're doing your factory work, basically. But I just was like manic trying to find Diego, and then we were kind of coming home in this weird side path alleyway, some assholes to the situation and picking on some chick or whatever. And I remember I was trying to be a hero, and I think that's when my alarm woke me up.
I had an alarm then, and then I was just like I read on Facebook for an hour. I fall asleep for another 40 minutes. It's fine. But it was not fine. It was not fun.
Hours later.
Because
so that was on my little tiny manic. You know how in dreams it always feels real?
Yes.
And then you're like, well, that doesn't make sense. So.
Yeah, like I have so many dreams that are technically night where I am failing that I dished all quarter, semester, trimester, however long. And I'm just like, why haven't I been done so unlike me? And yeah, so I like that's it. That's all I'm doing is I'm failing this class, and I just there's a test. The material is like I just attend class. Like that's so dumb of me to not attend class. And considering I haven't like, and usually it's like math or something. Even though I'm pretty good at math. Like, there's a few math areas that I did struggle with, but yeah, that's usually like my recurring nightmare. Either that or crashing a car, like awfully crashing.
Yeah, very organizing. A lot of variety dream nightmares-ish things, whatever. But I didn't want to wear it.
We've all done it. We've all done it.
The common, so a lot of, I want to say the most anxiety-inducing dream I have is being late or running late, underprepared, and so like it's really intense. Like I don't have everything together, and I'm gonna lose something. And the other would be I get height-related ones. Sometimes, like I'm running, get high up, and things are falling apart under my feet as I'm trying to climb them, kind of thing.
Oh, jeez.
And then the falling always isn't. I remember I had a very specific dream where I kept falling. I was like on my stomach on like a pillar that went into the depths of nothing.
Okay.
And anytime I tried to reach out at the ledge, it wasn't very far, but it was far enough, you know, that you couldn't reach. It was like a puzzle, like it was almost video game like every time I tried to reach forward, did something a different way, I would fly, and it would like last forever until suddenly I'm back up on top. And I remember my hurting, like it was hurting to sit there on my stomach on this pillar. And I used to have was like almost it attributed to my not sleep apnea. Is it sleep apnea? What's the one where you're like awake but you're still asleep?
Sleepwalking?
Like you can't move. No, maybe it is sleep apnea. Where you
sleep apnea, you like stop breathing while you're sleeping.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sleep apnea. So paralysis.
Okay.
I had a lot of dreams where it always seemed to be a window or like in a car, but the one that was in the window, nightmare-wise, I'll do this one. I can't remember. But I would look out the window, and this like creepy thing, because I was using it, wasn't good for me at all at that age. But this creepy thing would pop up and just stare at me, and it like as it's staring at me, I was like losing autonomous like I couldn't move my body basically anymore. And I would fall back, and then it just either crawl through the window or just stare through me in the window. And I always had an angle on it where I could see it. I couldn't move my body, and then I would wake up in a panic, but I couldn't move my body. I'm awake, but I couldn't move. And since you're kind of still sleeping, you see things in the real world. And I remember seeing my sister walk in, and she looked at me, and Mara, I don't think you met her, my older sister, and she looks at me, and then she kind of walks out of the room like she was checking on me, probably heard me making noise or something because of the sleep paralysis. And then a guy with a knife followed her out. And I was like freaking out, trying to wake up and tell her like behind her and stuff like that. And those kind of dreams happen frequently. Like, I didn't want to sleep because some version of that would happen. And sometimes it was like my parents leaving this one like karate place that my parents used to go to all the time. And it was a one-way alley, so if someone's coming in, you have to back out and kind of back in and out to get someone out. Yeah, so it was really frustrating. And then every time a car would come up the other end, the beams are always so bright that my dream made it into more of like a paralyzing kind of light. And it was such a recurring dream that I started changing so okay, maybe if I duck down so the light doesn't hit me. And I remember seeing everyone else being in it because they're in the headlights, and I wasn't. And then some shadows, like someone came out of their car and passing in the headlights.
Yeah.
And then the door would open and I would wake up. Like, it always changed, but I was always trying to find a way out of this like reoccurring dream. And then it got those weird ones that I could quite understand. Oh, that's weird. One of the little valleys in my rainbow garden.
Yeah, I got my fourth one, and I was just like, was that always? It's like, wait, and then I had to like go back and recount them.
I've been getting a lot lately. I don't know what it changed, but plenty. But yeah, it was. I hated sleeping, and I loved the sleeping because I was exhausted. Yeah. I hated dreaming. Like, I remember like praying when I used to pray. Can I sleep and wake? Like, I don't want to dream. Like, is that possible? Like, is that something we can do? That kind of thing. I would try and negotiate because I just hated dreaming. Because sure, I get some dreams that are really cool, like video game and inspiring and all that stuff. So seldom the rest of the dreams I would get.
I always, yeah. As a kid, it took me a while to fall asleep.
Yeah, I never can just turn off, and I hate it.
As an adult,
you're asleep, you're done.
Yep. As an adult, it's just like, okay, let's. That's probably gonna be an underappreciated skill of mine as I grow older.
I know, I've always.
I just got a blue rugby uniform. Do you have one? Yeah.
I want to say no.
Okay.
I can't even fathom what it looks like.
It's striped.
No, not. Oh, okay. Trying to decorate with these Lily of the Valleys. They're like my. I don't know where to put them sometimes.
Yeah, that's partially one of the reasons. The second Rainbow Garden actually has the valley as part of it, and I was just like, okay, because the primary one includes every flower, and I at the time was like, yeah, I'll never reach 5 stars. Can't account for this. So
I didn't blooming. I thought we hit like a limit. Now I'm like, I had another flower problem with overbreeding. Now I have even more.
It's funny because Lily of the Valleys don't breed at all.
Yeah, they have to just grow. I decorated Diego's house area with like 3 of them. It's almost what I said.
Oh, it's KK side. Oh, it's Saturday. I feel bad attending shows anymore. And
I've been using it to get the secret songs. There's 3 secret songs you have to request.
Right, and I already have those. So but then like I also want to do for the Nook Miles that I don't care for.
Completionist, I understand. I definitely I have one left, the farewell one.
Mm-hmm.
And that would be the happy, but just wait until.
Yep.
And I think I want to slowly, because I still don't.
But then what you have and what songs there are, and that is just.
I've actually been. I slowly started already. So, on that one app for whatchamacallit, I have it there. Sorry, no, I'm getting text messages. Okay, I have to respond to people. What was the little Animal Crossing New Horizon Life, it's called.
Oh.
And at one of the charts is just items in general, but you can search his songs, and I've been just marking songs.
I've just been doing that. Like, I haven't of all, and then so I think the last one I did was like KKD&B, and I'm like, D&B stands for, but
that's the first one he ever gave me, because I've been telling him just to give me some random song, whatever you feel like, kind of stuff. So it's been kind of interesting in that sense. Let me in. I hate when freaking things fall behind areas that I've kind of blocked off. I can go outside of it, but I can't come into it.
I think it feels like I get sent fossils in the whenever like I can't last fossil, I think, which is nice.
Oh, I've never had that happen yet. I left fossils alone for like maybe 2 days. An extreme.
There it is.
Oh, but my week got out of hand when I was doing the time traveling stuff.
Yeah, Swanson inadvertently bred a bunch of blue hyacinths. Because he had like 2 white hyacinths, and then he started time traveling, and then it became a field of hyacinths. And because there was the white one, got a couple blue whites too.
Yeah, because I was decorating my island originally about white flowers, so I didn't know at the time what the breedings were. When I started getting a lot of blue random flowers and purples.
I did with red and white, and so I ended up with
all
the pinks. And then what's worse about the pinks is that they are a dead end. You never use the pinks to like, except for wind flowers apparently, to get anything else.
Yeah, because I noticed as I've been filling up most of the island, the one that I was like, man, I have a lot of pink flowers, and then I was like, why do I need pink flowers? I was like, oh, once I get one of each, I don't really need anymore. And I have a shit ton of these, or what are they, Cosmos?
Cosmos, yeah.
There is, okay. I need to make some room up here for this other orange I just got.
I'm also like, off chance that somebody's like, to advance our friendship, you need to make me this item. So I've been plucking 20 of each type of flower before I like rid the flower in my town. Chase.
Oh, okay.
Some crazy situation happens. It's like, I need these flowers.
I think I can sell a yellow mum. It's not like it's my natural flower, so I'm never gonna not have it available to me.
Yeah, I don't have any of the mums plucked because I have all of them, and I think I have just enough like green mums, but I don't want to pluck any of the green.
I have just one green mum. I think I stole it from somebody, but I used it in the bush part of my rainbow garden.
That is about where you can put it.
I tried to put them in a way that it makes sense gradient wise, but some of them just stick out, like certain purples are than others.
Yeah, rose purple.
Mm-hmm.
Can someone here help me?
What's up?
Caleb Kirby. That just totally Oh, like the white tulip is like slightly green in color, and the pink tulip is just really saturated. Like, get out of here with this. I'm trying to get the gold axe. Okay, you're gonna need to break, I think, 300 axes. Stop making the stone axe. Exclusively use the flimsy axe from now on. And it'll be a lot quicker. Because it doesn't matter what kind of axe you break, as long as you break through them. I say though I don't have the golden axe, but I'm working on it, and
it wasn't
I
chopping
only
down, right? It was because I know the shovel is Gulliver related.
Yes. And then the net is museum related. I need lots of sticks and stones.
Well, those are one of the easier ones to find by shaking trees and hitting stones.
Let's see. Axe. You just need the flimsy axe, so 5 trees and 1 stone is not too crazy. Just harvest your rock, and you'll be fine, I think.
You should have 6. They're scattered, most likely.
Stones are the problem. Just harvest your rock. Make sure to dig holes that prevent you from, like, bouncing too far back, and you should be fine.
Yeah, this is a good method here. I'll show you what I've been doing after line as well. I'll go to one of my rocks and show you a good to use, so you don't move.
I like the corner pattern. That's my favorite.
Yeah. So I used to just put one. I didn't realize and like try and maneuver my way so I don't move. But basically, each has like, let's say, 1 square around it. That would be prime area. So either the left side or the right side, doesn't matter, or even bottom, any of the corners. Basically, I use the left side. I dig a hole in the top. I dig a hole on the hole, like that. A hole in the left. So that kitty corner right here. Normally, if there wasn't there, it would be like you can jump over it. But basically, you want to use it as a anchor. Now you just turn to your rock and keep hitting A, I think it is. Yeah.
Until you get your 8 things.
Yeah, because it'll stop after the whole circle, basically. So, I hit it one more time and I broke my shovel. I'd actually rather have had it that way than break it on the next rock. And then just pick up all your
goodies,
chunks of rocks, and then rinse and repeat for the next 5 rocks on your island. And you should mostly rocks, because that's the default. Clay sometimes. You'll get a lot of clay.
I rarely get clay, and I'm glad for that, because clay, the least amount of wise, that is just clay. That is worth money, so.
I get a lot of clay at some point. I have like a bunch of it in my inventory just hanging, or my house.
So for me, I have a rock garden, so what that means is I spawned on my rocker, and then I planted these bushes so that I don't have to dig a hole. And it just makes it easier. I still mess up harvesting my rocks at a time if I'm not, like, at the right angle, so. Well, those are my rocks. So, yeah, when I'm, like, chopping wood, I only use the flimsy. Yes, that does mean that, like, make 3 flimsy axes, the trees on my island. But that just means that I'm much closer to getting the golden axe. Which I don't know, like, does the golden axe trees? Because then, like, that...
I think so.
Then I will be unlikely to use it.
Well, I keep them around for my, my money trees. Those are the only trees on my island actively cut.
Same. But I know you have lots more money trees than I do. I only have the 4 money trees, because that's the cycle.
I have plenty of people on the stream. What I was doing earlier, they're all full grown, so up and down. What was the number we said it was? Because I split it with Diego, a live person on my island.
15?
Because there's 4...
I'm sorry.
Yeah, 4 rows of 3. And I want to say one row is always 90 because I always give him 4. 90,000 times 4. 360,000. So divided by 2 is 180 for each of us. That's the only number I need at the end of this. So normally I do rows of 3 left to right. And I start from and then bottom. So that they have like a soul. I keep forgetting not to do that until I pick up the current stuff, because they can disappear if it gets too full.
Yes, but if it's likely too full, it straight up just does not drop. Yeah.
I noticed that for all the trees next to the excess flowers I have up on the top. Like, there's no point in shaking them.
Yeah, like, I don't need to shake Chinook miles anymore. I'm shaking trees for the 2 random pieces of furniture I get a day.
I have not been let, and I get real impatient fast. I also don't like shaking trees with fruits on them. So I have a lot of fruit trees everywhere.
Yeah, I only had the trees. Like, this is just... The fruit comes from a fruit tree, though. Not from me.
Oh, does it? Okay. I've been avoiding them anyway, so I never checked. I might actually run out of room. Oh, that's what's going on. I have a lot of 30s in my right now. Oh, like full items.
Oh, full item stacks?
Yeah.
The number of trees on it is a very like 35 or less trees, I think. So I actually don't have that many trees to shake.
I'm assuming you can breathe really well on my island. With the amount of trees I've had.
Look, there's no pollution.
I know. Just, every time I use that cliche oxygen, like guilt trip people were doing. They're in my wallet. There is. You're not stacking the fucking.
I saw a video of like this one guy wearing 6 masks to prove that, like, because some people are saying their medical problem is their medical problem is that, like, it cuts off their oxygen and carbon monoxide. And then I just want to be like, first off, you breathe out carbon dioxide. And yes, that is poisonous, but the guy was wearing 6 masks and he was hooked up to one of those like oxygen shows the saturation, and it was fine.
Yeah. And, like, no, the same people who were making that complaint were saying how useless the masks were because the COVID strain will just fly through the mask. I was like, it's percentage-wise, first off. It's not 100% just flies through because it's smaller particle. But the same people who are complaining about that are the same people who say that the oxygen can't go through, but oxygen as a molecule is smaller than COVID.
It's
so
literally
O2. It should fly. It's true. So, like, your logic, no. You're just talking out of your ass because you, for some reason, don't want to wear a goddamn mask. It's probably something shaded, too.
Yeah. And the way about wearing a mask 7 hours, because I take it off for lunch, is that I find myself grimacing at people, and, like, I'll catch my because my jaw hurts. I don't think I normally grimace at people because when, I worked and I didn't have a mask on, like, my jaw didn't hurt, so I'm making faces at when I have a mask on. Oh, it's hilarious to me. My jaw hurts, and I know I haven't been, like, grinding it or anything.
It's grimacing.
What color lamp did I get?
Oh man, I gotta drop on my house before I can finish all.
Oh, another black one. Boo.
Where do you get next from once you do?
It's in the mail.
To do. Oh. Man, everybody text Saturdays. I'll check it out. I couldn't find my art supplies, so I gotta draw it on another day. Oh, where I put them. They're somewhere in this house, though. It's always the go-to safety net.
At the house?
It just can't be anywhere else. That's the last time I saw it, and last time I used it.
Oh, sweet. And our green mum.
Rainy days are gonna be a bitch and a half, though.
It's not been raining on my island. And it's like a blessing and a curse.
Okay, I think that's all of the doubles. Gold might hit 30, but gold isn't common, so okay with that.
Aw, where'd that butterfly go? It was there.
Okay, and then divided by 9. So 1.
Same butterfly money.
So separating 99 and 81. Diego. I think we've definitely hit the point in this game where it's worse left.
Yes.
Until the next activity. I guess like for I'm missing the isotope or whatever it's called.
The isotope?
The underwater. There's an underwater one that.
Oh.
Isn't common, but
yeah.
It's around. And I want to say I have at least. That's all I have left because I got the Giga.
Yeah, the Giga thing
already.
was Vampire Squid I got. Those are so the ones I have left that are available right now are yeah. Like not I just had to, dive.
Yeah. I just gotta go do it. And when you're anxiously looking for something, the swimming feels so agonizingly slow.
Yes. Yes, it does.
Alright, as I was. 3 more trees left.
Can't stop yawning.
I think at most we could probably head over to each other's island to shop and stuff.
I have anything in house today.
The only thing I've been looking for, because we're trying to do the Cospian trombone. Trombone. His name is very unique. I always thought it was Tombo. Might be Tombo. The love interest in Kiki's Delivery Service. And he wears a black, white, and red striped t-shirt.
Right. White and red?
Yeah.
Do I have something like that?
In my shop today, we have the sleeveless version. It needs to be a short t-shirt kind of thing. Is
there a version with the short sleeves?
I want to say I saw it, or I looked for it, but he would have to get like a brown, or not brown, blue, like capri. Like they kind of show the foot.
Okay, there are cropped pants.
Yeah, and then brown, like not sneakers, but I guess because it's very stylized in Kiki's Delivery Service, so they look just like really
loafers,
loafer, yeah, things.
Red and striped. What is? It's gotta have sleeves.
Yeah, long sleeve. One I've seen as well, but the short sleeve, like, t-shirt version. I'll give it 3 more days and this will be full again. I couldn't for the life of me find my tree yesterday. So that's why I kept the trees from yesterday for Diego and Kita's account. Just today. Because nothing frustrates me more than like off-count trees. And I did it once because I completely forgot to get Kita's tree, and so there was one tree on the pile. Like, this is our only real consistent sense of revenue right now.
Honestly, it's you get 29,000 every day because 1,000 that I had to bury, or like, you know, I mean, and so it's pretty good, and
yeah, it's enough to keep going on this game. Because we get, since we separate it, 45,000 a day each, and the only thing that would be slightly hemorrhaging would be Kita's. Oh my, so many things in here. My Lost and Found has a shit ton of stuff.
Traveling.
Oh, the time traveling, yeah.
You can hold up to 60 items though. There's a scroll bar that appears. Just so, like, you don't have to like tend to it as often as you think. I
do have a mild panic because I think it.
Okay, so the closest I can do is a vertical striped shirt, and they're like pinkish. The game calls it pink, but it's a very red pink, not saturated.
Like magenta-ish.
So.
I did. Excuse me.
Yeah, right.
T-shirts. Let's see. I have a lot of shirts. Oh man. Yeah, I have a lot of long sleeves and short sleeves, but with stripes. I mean, long sleeve and no sleeves. I haven't had a short sleeve show up. Or I remember seeing it early on, think about getting it, you know? Until we decided to start cosplaying, and that's always when nothing you want shows up.
Yep. Oh, I bet someone's crafting right now.
I'll see who's piling too.
Ooh-wee.
Oh, I do. Okay. It's called a stripe. So it exists. I have a navy blue and black one, as well as a white and black one.
Gee, I think the red one is red and black, though.
Oh.
You are right outside your home wall. Alright, let me see. Stripe tee, that's it?
Yeah.
Because if anything, I would have the red version. Stripe tee, yeah, it's red and black when it's red.
Let me see. Let me look up that one app and see if... Oh yeah, the only one that's ever red, it's white, is the black version. Which I guess technically is a white version with black. So, do we have to just compromise with the striped long sleeve then?
Hey, ain't you friends with that Sasha who was here the other day? Maybe you know why they haven't visited us from Moonlight in a while? Hopper misses you, apparently. The penguin.
Come on over. I remember this kid's name, and I love this movie. I know he's not the main character still. He's a love interest. Tombo. Here, I'll send you a picture. Not now. I need you to save the picture, please. Okay, so we're gonna have to compromise with either a short sleeve or... Oh, well, you know, or we can just make a t-shirt with stripes.
Right, but you don't have the patterns for it, do you? The room?
For that shirt, might have it. I haven't checked. Change design. I have a short sleeve shirt, but I don't know. You can't use what designs, right? We have to all paint it on our own.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could totally shirt. Not now, though. We have a shit ton of room for shirts and stuff. It's just other patterns we have no more room.
Oh, you have room for pro designs, but not like one panel designs. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
It's time for me to start harvesting my flowers again, and I always have to check, like, what flowers am I harvesting today? Cosmos and pansies.
Workout top. Oh, it's the green one again. I think the holy socks are blue again, because I'm pretty sure I have the blue one. Gotta put my dress back on.
I can get rid of all the white pansies. Yes.
Study chair? Oh! I think I know what this is. Please be blue. Oh, that's not what I thought it was. Never mind, I don't like it.
What is it?
It said study chair, so I thought it was like one of those office chairs.
Oh,
the ones.
No, it's like ones you find in.
Yeah. But not at all comes.
I found one in Fresno for the 2 weeks I was there, and too bad. I like the fact that you could recline back.
Oh, weird.
A little.
I am not. I've learned that I'm a reclining person, but I think it's just the the anxiety of falling over.
Well, you can recline like a couple inches. It's not like, oh, recline. It's more of a lean back. Recline is way too extreme for what it actually think.
Gonna get these. It's starting to get foggy. It looks like on my island.
Mine is just partially cloudy, but mostly sunny. Lame because I did water the flowers I wanted today.
Okay. All still working on my end. Oh, it's only been about 450-ish minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because we're not doing anything in particular. No, not make a donation. Damn it.
You don't have anything in your pockets that we could donate. So you...
I like how he overemphasizes on assessed fossils, because I have obviously fossils in my assessed ones.
Yeah, it's just like, yours truly, like, get out of here. Out.
I don't need a lecture, just take it.
And wall. And
Table.
watering the front of my house, apparently. Again, stop watering the house, pretty. There we go.
Let's go check out my art gallery, part of the museum. Statues have definitely been the hardest ones to find. The few that I do get showing up is like super fake.
Super fake. What it do?
I understand why they wouldn't allow us to rebuy these ones, but we could. Just so we can decorate with certain ones, you know?
Yes. Grab some red lilies and red pansies.
I like the ones that are actually, well, I say true to size, but obviously it's true to size based on the character.
Yes.
Diego Velasquez. 56. He did like a weird warped. Okay. This is right. Oh, because he was painting the... Oh, what a very trippy painting. I never thought...
Oh, the reflection of the king and queen?
In the background, which is who he's painting in
Yes.
this painting.
Mm-hmm.
So we're basically seen in the point of view of the king and queen.
Yes.
And I can tell they have a favorite child.
Nah. Not at all.
King watching the artist paint the king and the queen. I wonder if that got him burned for being a witch. Dang it, I hate when I'm in the front of the freaking painting when I'm trying to read it, because I don't... There we go. White painting.
Oh, the milkmaid. Yeah.
Oh, Master of Light. Vermeer.
What about Caravaggio?
Yeah.
And his dramatic shadows. That's not mastery of light? Get out.
I don't know. I've taken a photo or been in an old-fashioned house where they use just the corners are so dark. This seems like they might have had some kind of item in the room that would bounce the light back. So technically just spotlighting through the window. Painted this masterpiece at only 25 years of age. Many note that it is... It is. It's about 24 inches-ish looking.
Like, the Mona Lisa is actually quite small. But also the Mona Lisa is, because of the material and the medium used, it's actually very... It's kind of like Venice that is like slowly sinking or whatever. The Mona Lisa is slowly...
The canvas is shrinking.
It's not canvas, it was on wood or whatever, I think.
Oh. Never knew that. Uses ultramarine paint. Oh yeah, that was expensive and toxic, wasn't it?
Probably.
With the blue. It seems like it was worth it. The blue colors draw the eye. It does. As long as it's upkept well. It's a classic. The only question is that real paralleling or something else? I think they had a lot of fakes back then. Not yet.
And it's in a painting. Who cares?
Yeah. It looks real. The worm painting always reminds me of those cliche like pirate paintings inside their like captain's hold. Francisco de...
That's the PC version. Or the PG version that we have.
It said that this painting is a version of your work known as the Joe. Also known that Francisco de Goya was quite popular in his own time. Could these be related? I mean, what? Those are two very, like, it's not that they can't be related. I don't understand how they couldn't be, you know? It's famous, and it's related to the very naked version of an... Okay.
Well, but to be fair, like, a woman reclining is really popular, like thing to paint for some reason.
Not only that, like the very, very common. Third unrelated fact, unrelated my ass, the word Maja refers to a stylish young Madrid. Okay.
So
what, is that painting they reference not made? Is that why it's weird?
I don't know. The Mona Lisa is popular panels. Yep. See? It's wood.
Panels. Oh,
is
I
wood.
realize that. Worthy painting. This one I always remember because it was one of our kind of like painting that everyone would reference.
Oh yeah.
Liberty Leading the People one.
Yes.
Eugene Delacroix. Painted by leading artist in the same year as French Revolution. Clearly. What's weird is in the back right, the buildings look more like skyscrapers. And I remember I kept up with like New York because of the whole Statue of Liberty the French made and stuff. The woman in the center is Oxford, but she is actually Marianne. She wouldn't be Joan of Arc because Joan of Arc is medieval.
Pretty much so.
I remember as like the new version of a French Joan of Arc because she was French to begin with. Joan of Arc.
Yes.
glowing painting. Joseph Mallard, William Turner. This piece by Turner, painter of light.
Oh yeah, he's American.
An English Navy ship by Emerald. Nelson edits. That was weird. Being tugged towards its dismantling. It looks a little messy, and it's because the lighting actually doesn't
the clouds.
Make sense. Yeah, like it's a little like how is it that kind of a set the rise so regular middle of the day? It's interesting. I'll give it that, but oh, sorry. I hate when I cover the paint. I don't think I can come in at an angle, can I? There you go. Moody painting. Jean Fosse, the sower. Millet painted this piece of a farmer sowing wheat seeds in a field after moving to the countryside from Paris. If the piece reminds you of a Van Gogh, that's likely because Van Gogh himself was inspired by it. It's funny, like, there's paintings that I see and this is inspirational. And it's hard for me to see like that painting be inspirational, amazing. Oh, nice warm tones, that kind of thing. Like, I don't know. I think the form looks too gummy, in my opinion.
Or
just that kind of person.
And it's always hard to say because it doesn't have to just be the use of color or the use of light. The interpretation.
It's like the gesture.
Yeah.
And it also, like, it's not like people. There was a bunch of painters, but they weren't like, there wasn't a social media to see them all at once. So, like, when you came across one, it's still impressive in its own right. And then, like, so Millet also did the painting left of it, the Gleaners, the thing. And, like, I feel like his forms are so much more solid in this one. I didn't check the date of the last one. But I can still in the field. He depicted the lives of commoners in the 19th century. Visible in the background relative to the meager wheat remaining for workers. The art served as a social commentary in a time of great inequality that they had a big one. I this Waterhouse. Or no, it's only called this Bogoro when it was Waterhouse? Oh, it was neither. I was horribly wrong. John Everett Millais has a very similar style to Millais. Name wrong, I think. Ophelia. The attractive figure sexually Hamlet, otherworldly expressing on her face as she lies unconscious in the river. She is surrounded by the beauty of nature as she in life and death. I remember people recreating, fancy paintings.
Yeah.
This one lady who's so drunk off her ass and she just knocked out her set of like a department store and grocery store. And she's laying in the bed of tenders and shit. And very similar to this, and someone's like, beauty. They just compared the two.
No, like that just seems like an overly cold if you're tired enough, but that involves like to the freezer, and I think that would definitely keep me awake.
Yeah. Proper painting. Reward none. Close inspection of the mirror behind this painting reveals many paradoxes. Never took this as a mirror behind her.
Well, you see her
away.
Yeah, but you see her then, but she's at an angle, even though the viewers facing her straight on.
Yeah, that's probably why it's weird. Because I thought that was another lady at the other side of the bar, tending to somebody else. But like based on how she's facing now, see her at that angle.
Nope.
On the mirror, unless the mirror is at an angle, like it's coming into her.
No, I don't think anyone actually considers that when they actually like talk about the painting.
Yeah. Architecture can be weird and it's up 1-to-1, but thought about it as a mirror. I guess it kind of makes sense because there's like a weird line tangent where how the mirrors are not super long; they actually just have multiple mirrors each other.
Yes.
So
yeah, there it's
perspective,
fully possible.
Placement of some items.
It is it's at an angle.
It looks like well, they're saying on perspectives, which is why it looks weird.
Yeah.
Wonder
but it's
why...
it's the artist. If it were mirror and it was parallel to our viewing angle, we should be able to see.
Yeah, directly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Change yourself out. That's fine. I understand. That's the thing. I stood in front of this one. This painting I actually have never seen before. This game, the mysterious painting.
Which one's that?
Isle of the Dead.
Oh yeah,
Arnold Buckland.
Have not seen that one.
This is totally, and it looks like it's Greek. A small boat carrying a corpse glides quietly over an island of graves surrounded by cliffs. Because it has like the doorways look very like Greek architect, and the eyes obviously. It's very beautiful though. Piece by Simiter Bockling, but also somehow calm. I don't get chilling from this. I feel like it. Well, I know that this is like an island of corpses. It has a chilliness to it, but without knowing that, I thought it was going into a very secret, like serene island. Worked here, capture not what he could see, but some of the humanity's inner contemplations. We got the starry night sky.
Did you ever? Oh, Amelia's in the. But did you know that you middle the sculptures to where?
Yeah, like the fossils.
Yeah.
I found an accident when I stopped area.
Same.
And it pulled out, and I only had one statue, so it was not very grand. Vincent Van Gogh. Picture piece painted while he was hospitalized at an asylum. The view from his room includes memories and imaginations and letters to friends. The artist called it a failure. He had a lot of problems, though. A lot of problems internally.
Yes.
Vincent Van Gogh again. This is the flower one. Painted this piece when he moved to the sands, more vibrant colors. Yellow was Van Gogh's favorite color, and he made 7 that featured sunflowers. Life is.
Yeah. But Van Gogh also had a blue period and a rose period, but was his favorite color.
You seem to at least put it in almost every painting, I want to say. Paul Cézanne.
Stays on. He's one of my favorite artists.
Yeah. I'm trying to remember what else he's done, because the painting style looks so familiar. Still life is known to have inspired many, including Pablo, rather than trying to recreate an image.
Oh, that's Picasso's favorite periods.
Picasso and Van Gogh, I mix up a lot of their histories.
Yes.
I don't know why. They're not necessarily similar.
No, and Monet and Manet, very similar names, painted very similarly. Impressionistic. I don't do.
And it's something about, I think it's because Monet has a very impressionist style, like very blobby, versus Manet, which is a little more smoothed out. Like you can see their forms more prominently. Details. Cézanne captured the beauty of shapes from many angles. With this work, Cézanne draws on both the atmosphere and subject of his beholder. The thinking man.
Rodin. Even though it's an I know.
This bronze sculpture was crafted by the French sculptor Rodin, known as the modern sculpture. Is it bronze? Yellowing like it. Greening. Famous original is located in sculpture was cast over 20. Authentic pieces can be found all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Technically authentic, yeah.
Yes. When you make prints, like you have the artist's proof, and then you have like the prints you made. Those are all authentic.
But everybody wants like which isn't sculptures. Most of the time, you can't have it. They're made of like a clay that is very malleable and it gets destroyed in travel. And
plus, you can only think so many times.
Mm-hmm. Screen of Fujin and Raijin. I don't have fusion. I only have Raijin right now.
Oh, let me see what I have.
Tawaraya.
I have the right half.
Tatsu. The right half as well. Gold leaf and ink on
Oh,
paper.
yes.
Japanese like the master of gold leaf. I remember that. I wonder if it contributed how a lot of Japanese like manga and comic books had with this. Not what is it called? Not silk screen. The way they do comics and shading is like it's a paper that they cut in place.
I mean, and it's just like
it had roots in gold leafing because it has a lot of placement and pressing in place kind of thing. So to speak.
Right, but I can't imagine too many people were like shade with gold leaf.
You show me a picture of a cat fighting off another man's arm as he's karate chopping it.
I
like the colors in the room. Diego, what was the process manga comics where they make shading with like a paper that they cut out?
Yeah, it's called that paper. Called?
I guess a process too. It's like a screen print almost. It's not even a screen print. I know it's not.
Yeah, they just like cut it out and glue it, isn't it?
Toning, shading. I forgot because we follow an artist who's still actively out of just because I guess he likes this.
Yeah, he's like
master it. It looks like he's got it down.
His name is Marco.
Delanor?
No, Marco.
No, because I was saying I wonder if gold leafing from old Japanese kind of into that because it's a lot about placing and pressing and getting shades from that. It thought to be the Mataya, an early Edo period artist. Simplification objects is a style that was carried on by Ogata Korin.
His name is Marco Nelor.
Nelor, not Delanor. Okay. It's a style still in use today in the Rinpa school of Japanese painting. No, I know it's never going to be in this game, but one of my favorite painters is William Bogoro. I'm still probably butchering his name. But that's how I'm reading it. I forgot his first name, but Waterhouse was his last name. There's a lot of other painters that come to mind. I have a bad habit of bring all the painters I like right away. Like, they kind of, my mind purges them every so often. And Olymp stays like, no wait, I also love this artist. And I think it's because I'm also so in depth with artists nowadays too. It's names, and I'm also terrible with names. Like, I'm not witty when it comes to like with content right away, and so I'd be a terrible curator. German period Dogu figure.
I've heard Diego asking me like, did you have that ready, or did you just come up with that? And like, I just came up with, or come back or retort. Yeah. I just had.
You're very witty, yeah.
And I'm like, no, it just came to me. Didn't think about it, just blurted it.
Does he say what this is?
Yeah.
Sometimes he mentions it. I was wearing one of his, it's a Guatemalan headband. I know I've worn it before with you guys. Wearing it, looks like the Survivor headbands where they kind of wear them up in front with their hairs hanging up in the top. I keep them whenever I see it. Oh, he never mentions it?
He does. But I just...
Yeah, it is. It's just a weird term. Other things too.
Tone paper.
It's very nice. The Thirds of Mount Fuji. The Great of Kanagawa.
Oh, you got that?
Most people just call it the Great Wave, which had to be.
Really? Oh, I did donate it. Yeah. The plus side of trying to get all these donations done right and start actually decorating with the ones we want. I got a couple for Diego, but I don't think maybe one of them was one you actually wanted, huh? The paintings that I got you. Oh, okay. The signature piece by
Oh, damn. We only have like 15 minutes left.
Oh, because yeah, we did come in a little late. But that's fine. It's not like we're doing much anyway. Katsuyoshika Akusai, painted as part of a series when he was in his 60s. Although it is dubbed 30 views, he eventually added 10 more to make 46 in total. Oh, what? You know, I never even paid attention to Mount Fuji in that painting. I always just looked at the...
Well, most people the title too, The Great Wave. Most people don't go on like the Thursday, you know.
Diego says I was half right. It's called toning.
Oh, well, I mean, I wasn't about to say he was Kong. It was closer than what we had.
Playing with like an ish thing. Ajisai Sokezu, Kaizu. Colorful and dynamic till Jakuju. That's an old Japanese name. You can always tell the older ones because they aren't common anymore. I don't know if it's like they were put out or something. The successful photo artist in the mid-Edo period. High quality paints on silk help it maintain its brilliant color even now after its creation. Going back to Pablo Picasso, it's so weird to me that he died within my, like, just before, if not within my lifetime. Like, he isn't as old as I thought he was.
No.
And I don't know why I keep getting that misinformation from it. The Rosetta Stone. Found in 1790, efforts to decipher ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs. Almost identical text is written both at the top, then Demotic script and Greek.
Eep.
Someone is definitely rolling in their grave with happiness. That's someone, so to speak. Beautiful statue, the Venus de Milo. Unknown artist. Of the Roman goddess of love and beauty found on the island of Milos. I remember there was a huge controversy for this one.
And they don't, well, because it's...
Well, they do know when it was actually made. They found out recently, actually. Because, so she has a corner on her left side where her foot would have been, and where her foot would have been out of the dress, or cloth. That had a little piece at the bottom which would had a placard that said the year and the artist on it.
Oh.
I followed it on a video, Vox, you know Vox? On
yes.
YouTube? Yeah. So they did a whole... So apparently, during the time she was founded, it was during the era where everyone was going up in arms for any kind of what is it called? Greek, Roman, and Etruscan art. And it's all based on a period of time when they were made. And she was actually much more recent than she was made. And they're like, but it's so beautiful, maybe we can pass it off as one of the old ones. So they broke off from half that said the year.
Oof.
An artist passed it as Etruscan to get it into museums and everything.
When you say Etruscan, do you...
Maybe I do mean. I can never... I know it's like a weirdly spelt EU kind of name. But it's the other term they use for like the Roman Italy kind of era. Roman and Greek of...
Yeah, there was Etruscan, but and it was kind of like... A lot of it was really simplified Roman and stuff, so... Hi, Pascal. Hey, man. About that, Scal. I always his lines out loud. I don't know why.
Super slow. Ancient Italy, whose territory covered roughly what Tuscany and Umbria and northern Lazio, as well as blah blah blah. Actually, best way to find out what I'm trying to look for. Etruscan is Etruscan. I guess that makes sense to... Why was I saying it? Etruscan. The villa.
Isn't your birthday just the anniversary something sus did? Think about it, man.
It's your birthday. It's not the celebration of your parents' mother.
Or your conception, okay?
Yeah. The Getty is known for focus on specific eras, and let me know. about section for them. They will most likely.
Skull keeps giving me pro, right? But I still only have the 2 DIYs I've gotten. The 2 mermaid DIYs.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. I'm trying to remember.
Oh, I just saw Pearl. Great. And I still see Pascal swimming in the background.
It's so cute when he eats it.
Yeah. That's what Oshawott based off of, guys.
You telling me Oshawott was based off of an otter?
He turned the corner, is now swimming the length of my island. Okay.
The statue of Goddess of Victory Nike found on some mistress. This shows Nike aligning on of a ship. Originally found in separate pieces, it was largely been restored, but the arms and head are still missing.
So, the fake version is completely the mirror image. Yeah. It's not just the leg.
Some of the fakes are like enough, and it's frustrating.
Not fake enough.
Guasal Archimoldo. I don't know if I'm saying this right at all. The summer piece with the portrait and made in veggies.
Yeah, I don't know about
Curious portrait of an Italian from the 19th century. It doesn't take a particularly sharp eye to see that the entire painting is composed of fresh produce. That's it. Okay, thank you. I thought they were gonna give me more, but
clearly the analysis on that painting is just not.
I actually really do not like it. It's so unsettling and kind of like it's impressive for its time because it's odd and different. It's very like modern art kind of for its time. You know how our modern art anyway.
Well, like shadows, like that shadow you shine a light and it like perspectives it changes, and like that's really cool to me.
Yeah. The hunter in the snow. I remember some Peter Bruegel, the elder. A landscape artist from the late period was known as the peasant artist. He earned the title for depicting scenes from common peasant life, such as the moment captured here. Note between the wary hunters and the people frolicking below on icy ponds.
Contrast.
So we all know the Mona. Here, weird. It almost looks like someone accidentally like smudge tooled her face. Mona Lisa, Leonardo da Vinci, the world's most famous smile. It's said kept this painting for himself, given it its power to the beguiled visitors all these years later. It's easy to see why. I remember people were like, but it looks like there's 2 different terrains behind her. I was like, I don't know, it's believable. Like, not enough changes for me to think that it's 2 different terrains.
Yes.
Like, there's connecting elements there. Academic painting. Vitruvian Man, Da Vinci.
The first time I spotted that one on Red Ship, and I was just like, I don't like a coffee stain. That just seems stupid.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, that's the.
It's funny how it didn't dawn on me too. Like it's not that they don't have coffee cups at the time, but it wasn't like a common thing to leave it on stuff. This drawing is based on the ideal human body ratio and texture. Was a trapeze by the Vitruvius, an architect from the early 1st century BCE. And then a picture, the lady with the ermine. I remember looking up ermine because like it just looks like a ferret family.
It's totally a ferret.
One of the only 4 portraits of women painted by Da Vinci, because he liked the men. Which is the Mona Lisa. Some believe that the ermine is not actually an ermine, but rather a white ferret. I mean, they're saying in the same family. It looks weird anyway. It was clear that it was a moving target as painting goes. But I can't wait to see all of it, but that's for sure. Or however, it'd be pretty. I just wish the angle in which the museum pans out way because all the empty left when I wish we
Also
could see
true.
more of the paintings on our right, kind of.
And then I know when you go back wall, the camera pans out to make room for one of the paintings, but then you can't really pan any closer than that.
Mm-hmm. Like, I was hoping we can get as close as we can when we're inspecting it on...
Right? Yeah.
Hopefully they make it a thing we can do, because, like, they're straight up paintings, man. Oh, wow, now it's suddenly cloudy. I think it's gonna rain. God
Oh,
damn it.
at 2 o'clock it's gonna rain for you. But apparently that's good for
me.
bug catching if you haven't caught all the bugs yet.
The only one I'm missing is Goliath. The giant.
I'm missing pretty much all the beetles. Like, I have pretty much all the
giant
cicadas.
stag. That's what I'm missing, and that's only Sugar 11, and only when it's raining. So hopefully raining into the night.
I heard about any of the beetles staying for the, like, only when it's raining. So
Either, but someone said you have a chance at least.
I think it's a
finding
better
when it's
chance
raining.
because when it's raining, butterflies don't spawn. So
Oh, it's like offsetting the spawn ratio.
yeah,
Hmm.
because Swanson kept asking me, and I kept telling him, I'm like, rating that stated otherwise. So
Sold.
I know I should be
Magma
paying
Man.
attention to the size and the bubbles when I'm diving. That
Also,
indicates
if they
what
move.
and like the movement, but what I actually do. I see bubbles, I dive.
Yeah. Perforated in light parquet.
The perforated wallpapers showed Swanson the different temperature of light bulbs and stuff. Ah, I hear the 2 p.m. bell. All right, I'm gonna sell my stuff and get off.
Damn, already?
Yes. Yes. I have work in it.
Well, I don't know who's here watching, but next week we will be on Battle Royales. So
Battle
we finished Last of
Royale.
Us.
So we're doing
We
Warzone
have-
and Apex, guys. And both of them finished
Which-
updates night. So if there's, Lord help me if there's any more updates between now and then. There really shouldn't be. And I can finally use the skin that I on Warzone that I actually real money for. So I'm
Nice.
committed now. I'm pretty sure if I did the same thing for Apex, like I'd be committed too. I just
Where's that flooring I just got? Light parquet. Oh, meh. I could sell them. But, we'll be on to them next week. Don't know if we're doing Apex or Warzone first. I guess, I think we line up Fridays with, Swanson's brother.
yes.
He plays it then. Or streams it then, one of the two.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we'll keep on Saturdays since we have a shorter time to stream it.
So
Cut and
much
go.
easier. Like, okay, we're done.
Yeah. Bye. And yeah, and then until we find a third that we want to start playing, we'll be doing the battle royales as a filler. Other than that, we'll see you guys next week. Thank you for stringing along for the Last of Us, like 10 episodes-ish thing we had.
Yeah. It's like 5 weeks, man.
Yeah.
Man.
A player, so there's a lot less weird thing. Like it's random events and more just scripted situations that you have to be there to see. But then you have to also sell between them not so scripted scenes. But we'll see you guys next week. Have a great weekend, and thank you again. Brown, it is now raining.
Yeah. The weather changes on the hour.
Alright guys, talk to you guys later. Good night. Or good day.
Good-
and,
Good
have a great
freaking night.
weekend.
Everyone just go back to bed, man. Definitely don't
feel
go
like
to the
it.
casino.
No, just leave. Why are you here? Bye.
It gives me a job, but damn it, why here?